there's so much going on in sneakers right now. I don't necessarily have a dog in the fight either way because one, I'm not going after this shoe we will discuss very shortly, and then Yeezys will come back because I guess we're finally gonna go down that road of just getting rid of them. Yeah, okay, let's just dive in. Two quick things. So, hopefully, first off, you caught my previous video. It should be up by the time this video is up. Letting go of pairs. So if you follow me on Instagram at talks.with.tj, then you will see them posted in my stories, in which you see the shipped price and all of the details. And yes, I am trying to clean house in a big way. I have stretch goals. I mean, I would love to get rid of 40, 50, who knows, 60, 70 pairs by the end of this year. That would be a lot, but you know what? I am up for a challenge just to have less stuff. Like, we are just so used to having stuff and we just normalize it because that's what happens in America, also other places, but like we really normalize it in America. I don't know if you guys have seen the very devastating video for the one collector who stored like 10-plus-year-old Jordans, or at least 10 years old, and a lot of people are saying, oh, it's temp control and it's climate control and how you store them, it matters so much. Also, just wear your shoes because these things are not meant to last forever, so just wear your shoes because they all crumbled like dry cake and cookies that have been left out on your countertop. Like, it just looks so bad, and I'm saying that because I really enjoy like making chocolate chip cookies now at home, and like mine would never be that way, okay? So it's just really tragic, okay, when the shoes start to fall apart. So wear your shoes. And for the fact that I have pairs that are not being worn, and yeah, that's like the Jordan 6 Maroon and the DB8, those are exiting my closet. They'll go to new homes that will surely appreciate them. So please be sure you're checking me out there at talks.with.tj. But wear your shoes. And for the Bred for, right? So this isn't the one, right? This is the 2019 pair. So this here isn't the one that has everyone losing their mind. I think we have reached that point where we've seen this shoe reimagined so much that just let the release date happen. Just let All-Star Weekend arrive, Michael Jordan's birthday, everyone get your pairs, but you're not, so everybody's going to be upset. So what people are upset about right now, though, the shock drop that we were supposed to get forever ago, it really is like just waiting and waiting. I've seen people say they were on their phones waiting all day, and like, you can never get that time back. Now, I understand it's a pair that so many people want and love. It's maybe if you missed out on the 2019 pair, okay, you feel like this is really your chance, your shot, because you don't want to pay the resale on this pair. I get that. I support it. Also, though, I'm just here to be the voice of reason, okay? You are still okay, like physically, okay? You're still okay. You're here and you're kicking if you're watching this video. You survived not getting the 2019 pair. No, like you survived, you moved on to other releases, and life is okay. This same thing will happen if you don't get this pair in 2024. You'll be okay if you don't get it on a shock drop that we just don't even know when or if it's happening. And you'll still be okay if you don't get them on the 17th. I just need you to know that, okay? Like, I know. Just look back at, when there were things that you just didn't see a way out. You still made it, all right? So you'll be okay. This pair, though, people are mad at individuals, especially creators, that were all up over the internet. It's gonna drop this day. It's gonna drop this day. Do you know how comical it was when I looked in one of the very few groups that I'm in on Facebook, and it's like, I don't even do anything in that group, but this notification came through. The Air Jordan 4 Bred Reimagined will not be shock dropping this week. So apparently this was posted on January 30th. I believe it was by like Soul Savvy, but somebody posted it from Soul Savvy in the group. They said shock drops used to refer to surprise releases on the Nike sneakers app. I've said this for how long? It's not a surprise. You have to be very far removed from like sneaker culture to feel like it's a surprise. But as the swoosh started migrating more of the releases to the app, the shock aspect of it began to get spoiled. Yeah, because like the real shock, if you remember, was like the JT Jordan 3. Like, I remember that was truly a shock. Now info on shock drops comes well before the notification hits your phone, including messaging from Nike themselves sometimes. Yeah, I mean, also Nike is now telling people don't sleep. We'll address that in a different video. Because the timing around shock drops has become so predictable. It has become common practice to share the information first on the internet. This week, a rumor of an Air Jordan 4 Bred reimagined shock drop hit the internet. We can confirm it's not true. We can expect an early release closer to the February 14th release date, likely next week. Listen, the amount of people that I saw talking about this, just in terms of like they were waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and it just did not happen. I am so sorry for you. I hope there were other highlights to your week outside of like you trying to get the reimagine this and like that didn't happen. I really hope there were just like so many other highlights, right? Like you did something for yourself, you had a win. That is all I'm hoping for you. So, again, I really hope that get your hands on it if you want it. I'm just saying, like, just keep things in perspective, right? You'll be okay if you don't end up getting this shoe. I remember the days where I got up here and even I would rant and whine and complain and I didn't get the shoe, and life moved on, and now I'm getting rid of so many pairs that just don't even matter now. So, just keep that in mind when it comes to Yeezys and they're saying, hey, we're going to go ahead and distribute them. Keep in mind, they may not distribute them in terms of like their partnered retailers having pairs. I think that's a miss just because I think that is a very easy way to ensure that people are able to buy the pairs that they want. There is certainly still a market for people to want Yeezys. Number one, we're not going to see them anymore from what we understand, not new designs that weren't already in the works. So you could want to still get them. And you may think like Yeezys are dead and no one wears them. I walk around my city all the time and I see people in 700 V1s and V2s and certainly 350 V2s because they're comfortable. Also, I know that Yeezys had a higher price point of 230 to 250, but they still held up really well in terms of the construction and the execution. You can't deny that. And Boost is super comfortable. Even the non-Boost pairs were really comfortable, like the 700 V3. So people still want them because they're not going to really get a chance to get them beyond this point. Also, you know, it's the last chance, so you may just want to hold them as collector's items. I don't know, but there is a market for them, right? There are yay stands, and they are very irrational, but they may still also want these. So, in my opinion, I really think that Adidas could have just ripped the Band-Aid off like forever ago and just closed this chapter by distributing everything. Like, it would have felt like a lot. It would have been overwhelming. They would have been judged, but they're going to be judged either way. They were going to be judged no matter what. You would be judged by people that cared about the environment and sustainability if you trash these sneakers because so much labor and material already went into these shoes. You were going to be trashed by people that just don't support him, and they were just very upset that the brand stuck by him for so long. No matter what, you were going to face criticism because that's what happens in the world and in business. You were going to face criticism. So I just think ripping the Band-Aid off a while ago would have gotten us past this point. But nonetheless, they're saying that they're going to not write off everything on their books, and they will go ahead and sell them maybe at cost, which again, fine, just to get rid of them. But I'm going to pose a question here because I have this theory that if they lowered their prices just a little bit, the pairs would surely fly, right? So if you have like, let's just say a Wave Runner, and if that price dropped down, I'm just going to throw this out there. If that price dropped to $225, they would fly because a lot of people still want to stock up on Wave Runners because it's a daily pair that they love to wear, and it gives them a little bit of a flex there as well. If they drop the 350 V2s down in price to, let's say, 200, I think those things would also fly because you have just the all whites, you still have all blacks. Like, I think there are just all monochromatic colorways people would enjoy having for the gym or everyday life. They're comfortable. It's a great travel shoe. I will just throw that out there. So please go ahead and comment below your thoughts on the shock drop that never happened, that everyone told you would happen. It's unfortunate, but I'm wishing you all the best of luck when this shoe finally does drop. In all leather, and the more I see it, the more I am convicted in my decision to not get them. And then, what are your thoughts on Adidas deciding to finally go ahead and drop the rest of the Yeezys? I think it's going to be directly distributed from them, again, not their retailers. And please, before you come into this comment section saying, oh my god, Adidas is dead without Yeezy, make sure you understand how to read stock price before you come and say that. Look where their stock was when they dropped him, and look where their stock price is right now. Nike is the one that's struggling to ever get above $100 a share. All right, I know that because I'm a Nike shareholder. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Another video soon on the way. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.